Hey guys, welcome to opening day here. We're having our first plant sale today, and it is an absolute helter-skelter mess out here early this morning trying to get things ready, following a night of tornadoes and hail and high winds and 2 a.m. trips to the storm shelter. And here we are, and a whole bunch of our plants that we're going to have out here, maybe 300 or so, we're having to haul them about 200 feet this morning, and there's just a lot to do. It's about 7:50 right now. We've already had one customer show up, so our very first customer's already come and bought $100 worth of plants, by the way, while we're setting up. So we want to kind of show you our plant sale today. We're going to tell you how it goes. We're going to kind of show you some of the things that we have, and we're excited, super excited about sharing this with you today. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of what we've got so far. We're still doing some setup, but most of what we've got for this morning is already out here. As you walk up, you see we got several hundred green giants out here. I mean, what would it be without some green giants? And we got some 3-gallon emerald green arborvitas there. We've got about 50 of those. We've got a nice little pile of 3-gallon blue point junipers. We're actually working on getting all of our signs out right now. They'll be sitting in these pots right here. Maybe I've got one to show you over here. Our new shade house, not yet complete. Blue rug junipers down there. There's kind of what our signs look like. Take you a 5-gallon paint stirrer, stick it in a bucket of potting soil, take you a binder clip, make you a sign, and get it laminated, and voila, you've got your bench cards. We've got some Rheingold arborvitas. We've got coral bells. We've got a couple of Sweet William dianthus right there. We've got more coral bells. More of those are on their way. We've got some hostas back there. We got probably 60 stained glass hostas right there. We've got bleeding hearts set up right there. Our fire witch dianthus are set up right here. Back around this way, we've got more smaller 1-gallon emerald green arborvitas. We've got more hostas here, including those yellow ones. Y'all remember the $1,000 box of plants? Well, there's a few of those. Really cool plants. Some dappled willows that we propagated. You guys know all about those. We've got peach blossom astilbes right there. Those things are going to be awesome. We got Shasta daisies right here. What nursery can't have Shasta daisies? Looks like we've got somebody else driving in here now, and it's not yet 8 o'clock, even though we're opening at 9. Some more small hostas there. We got some sedums there that look really nice. Golden unimus there that look really nice. We've got some salvias. We've got some coreopsis here. These are still growing out, but more astilbes. Another variety of astilbes that look great. Sorry guys, that was kind of crazy. Just somebody else pulled up. So here we are at 8:15, and we've already had multiple people come by. We're not even open. We got John out here today. John and Chloe have been hauling plants this morning. Now they're working on helping get our signs put up. Let me just show you what our signs look like. Homemade, like everything else we do. This is a dianthus called Fire Witch. Really pretty plant. And there's our sign. So most of them we made on half sheets, but some of them are older and we had them on full sheets. So there you go. People can see what we have, and I think those pictures help sell the plants when they're not actually in bloom. So that's what we're doing this morning. Well, all right, our very first plant sale, opening day, is now in the books, and we want to share a little bit with you guys about how this went. I've got my daughter Chloe with me. Mama Casey's on that side, on the back side of the camera today, and all of us worked together along with our other 2 kids today to get this plant sale done. And our location, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Literally nobody drives by here except just a few cars that live down that way. We're virtually invisible to the public where we are, so we thought that might be an issue. We're new, so nobody knows who we are in the area. That we thought that might be an issue. Our plants are kind of limited right now. It's early spring. We're just starting out. We thought that might be an issue. So we had a lot of things we did not know and didn't even really know what to anticipate to look for on opening day. So it was all really going to be a big surprise. So Chloe, is there anything you'd like to add to just kind of how it went, big picture? Or
oh yeah, I'd say it went really well in general.
So
there was a lot of people that came, a lot of plants, are out of here now that were here before we had the sale.
Yep.
So I would say that that's really good for our first day.
So were you surprised by how many people came?
I was very surprised.
Okay. And our sale, we posted our sale on Facebook. That's the only way we got the word out. And that our sale was going to start at 9 a.m. on Saturday. We did 9 to 4 to Saturday. And our first customer was here. I think it was it 7:20?
Yeah,
7:40, whatever it was.
We were out here early setting up.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh no, somebody's already here.
Yeah, we're really not ready, and I'm, it's the people that I roll my eyes out, and I'm like, oh, they're here already, and then I wind up being really thankful that they came. So, anyway, I want to share a little bit how it went. We set up our point of sale, our cash register system, if you want to call it that, and Chloe ran that. Chloe has zero experience. She's never done that even one time.
I now have a few hours of experience.
So you have one work day of experience, and how did you think that went? Because you were freaking out over there once or twice.
I think it went fine. It was not that difficult. I just needed to get used to what I was doing.
Okay.
And make sure I didn't make any mistakes.
Okay, and we're using the little square terminal so we can take credit cards and that kind of thing. So it's not super hard, but...
Just took a little practice.
And if you've
never...
never...
I'm still not great at it, but
Yeah.
It's been one day, so...
But if you've never done it...
Right.
You have to learn, and I don't know how to do it either. I think I used it once or twice, so, there was a learning curve,
Yep.
and there still is, for sure. All right, so, hey, Penny. So, Chloe, you're running the cash register. You saw, hey, Penny, you saw every single plant that came through, so
Yes.
what did we sell the most of?
I think we definitely sold the most green giant arborvitae.
Okay, green giant, and guys, y'all know that's a huge part of what we do, and we're going to always explain a little bit more about why we do so much with those, but really, I mean, they're an important part. So we sold a lot of green giants. What else?
A lot of perennials.
Okay, so that is, we've got, you guys can see some of these plants behind us. We've got sedums, veronicas, bee balms, daisies. We've got quite a few perennials in here. Lots of hostas, the steel bees, etc. So a lot of those. Did we have anything? Let's see. I think I know the answer to this. I'm going to ask you. Do we have anything that did not sell?
Yes, I think anyway. The dappled willows did not sell very well.
Dappled willows did not do great.
Blue rogue junipers did not sell very well. Rhine-gold arborvitaes did not sell very well.
Okay, that's the golden kind of shrub that we have. We propagate those. We grow a lot of those. They didn't sell very well. Actually, somebody, I think, wound up buying about 8 or 9 total, I think, of those dappled willows.
Right,
but
it was at the end.
But fair enough, they did not sell very well. But the good thing about so many of these plants is that they're just coming out. They're all going to get bigger through the season, and as they get bigger, they get more appealing and they get more valuable. So,
and we've also been open for one day.
We opened for one day.
This does not mean very much.
Yeah.
What we sold, what we didn't sell, it may be completely different next week, and we have no idea.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I keep thinking about it.
That's true. So somebody commented on maybe our last post or whatever it was. They said, I hope you guys sell out. Well, that would always be great. That kind of creates a problem because then you don't have anything to sell the next week. But I'd rather sell everything we have and then just deal with that. Well, we obviously didn't sell out of plants, but we sold around 400 plants. I don't even know what the exact number is, and it doesn't matter exactly what. Maybe it's 380 or whatever it was that we sold. But you can see, at least in this shade house, we still have a lot of plants in here. We still have some of our screening trees left, but 2 of our plants that were our very best sellers, our emerald green arborvitaes in 3-gallon pots, and we bought those from a local wholesaler, and the blue point juniper. Now that was a new plant to me, but it's another kind of screening, kind of Christmas tree looking plant, and they are absolutely gorgeous in these pots. They're beautiful plants, and people bought a lot of those. So one thing that we want to do is see if we can get more of those this week and kind of reload on some of the things that we sold the most of. Now, where we live in much of the United States as well, right before Christmas, we had an extraordinarily cold stretch of weather in December 20th, 21st, 22nd, right in those days, and a very, very drastic temperature change, unusually so for our part of the country, and there are dead plants all over the place around here, and a lot of people were here on Saturday that told us that their shrubs had died, and did we have anything that they could use to replace their shrubs, and we really don't have anything like that. So one thing that we're going to try to prioritize this week is we're going to try to find some bigger shrubs to try to sell this weekend and advertise in our sales as, hey, replacement shrubs and that type of thing, hoping to provide something that people really need, but also that they can get from us. So that's going to be part of what we're trying to do, although I have not yet located those shrubs, and we've got about 4 days until we need to have them. So we're trying to figure that out this week.
I was really surprised at how many people were talking about plants that they had had for a long time that just got killed this winter all of a sudden.
Yeah, very mature plants they'd had in their years for 10 or 20 years that are just gone. So, and what are they doing? They're trying to replace them. So
they come to places like ours.
Yeah, so we're going to try to help at least some with that. All right, so the next thing that we've got to do now this week is we've got to start finding plants to refill this with. I don't know how, percentage-wise, I don't know how many plants we sold, but we want it this coming weekend for our upcoming sale to look nice and full in here. And you know, your plants kind of change with the seasons. So you know, right now in our region, plants like azaleas are about to start blooming. So if I can get my hands on some azaleas, that would be great to have for this weekend, but it's just going to be a matter of what I can find. All sorts of shrubs, boxwoods, things like gold mops, various hollies, any sorts of evergreens that we can find will be great to have this week. But that being said, I am in the process, we are in the process of trying to find these wholesalers, and we don't have any that I know of that are less than an hour from here. Most of them that I know of are almost 3 hours from here. So we're kind of working with these places, trying to find what they have, and not just what they have on their availability list, but what they have on their availability list that's actually ready to put in a sale. Not that's going to be ready in a month or 2 months, but it's ready right now. And this is proving to be a bit of a tricky thing. So it's something that we're working on, and we don't just have this place where we can run up the road and load up and bring them back. So this is a tricky part of what we're doing, and we are working on it. All right, guys, so probably what y'all want to know more than anything else is how much money did we actually make? Well, let's see. You were the point of sale. You're the cashier. There you go. There you go. You were the cashier. You saw everything that came through. So what did we do?
Okay, so we had 40 different point of sale. So 40 different
like
people.
Transactions.
Yeah, transactions.
Okay.
I was trying not to say people because there's more than 40 people, but 40 different transactions, and it averaged out to about $90 per sales.
Okay, and that was, so our total sale was right about $3,700, and so cash versus cards.
Yes, so it was really interesting to me. It was exactly 50-50 on cash and card. So like 50% of people paid cash and 50% of people used the card, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah,
I mean, it was within tenths of a percentage point. I mean, it was almost even. So this is our first time taking cards. So that was a learning experience. And for you and Mama and me, I mean, this is a new deal to us. All of this is.
The people who were using the cards knew more about our little machine than we did.
Now, I didn't say this out loud to anybody. You know, it's one of those things where sometimes you don't want to say what your goal is, because if you don't make it, you feel like a loser. But in my mind, I was really hoping that we did $1,000 in sales on Saturday. I was going to be really tickled if we had made $1,000. So the fact that we did $3,700 on our first day out here in the middle of nowhere, we
just moved here and nobody knows we're here.
We spent about $50 on Facebook advertising, so very minimal money spent on advertisement. I really couldn't be happier with how well it went. So that's kind of a recap of our first sale. We didn't get a ton of video of it, like I said, but we got some. And again, I really couldn't be happier with it, but we also realized that this is just one day, and we need to do this 100 times. Not literally, but we've got to figure out how to continue to have good sales. One day is not going to cut it. We're happy with one good day, but we have got to load this place up with plants again. So that's the goal for the next week and the next week and the next week and the next week going forward. And we really hope you guys will follow along and we kind of show y'all what we're doing out here, along with keeping up with all of the propagation that's going to be starting soon and all of the potting that's going to be starting soon. There's a lot to do. So we should have a lot to show you guys in the weeks ahead.
Thank you guys for coming along with us to our first plant sale.
We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.